channel, and this video I am only going to discuss the importance of epic and tragedy. So epic and tragedy is the modes of imitation. Both are different in three ways by different meanings, differences in object, or the manner of their limitation. Aristotle, here he is referred to Aristotle because he had discussed epic poetry and tragedy in his book Art of Poetry. So this is the discussion from Art of Poetry and his point of views on epic poetry and tragedy. So tragedy has limit of time, tragedy has no limit of time. Some of the differences, it is constructed on the basis of dramatic principle. It is more cultivated, it is less cultivated. Both have single subject and whole complete. Critics in his days, they consider tragedy as a vulgar form of art. During that time, critics considered the tragedy as a vulgar form of art because why it is considered as a vulgar form of art, because it uses the form of gesture. But epic has been attraction without the use of gestures. It is appealed more cultivated or cultivated audiences. Acting was considered vulgar form of art. In tragedy, there is a scope of acting or overdoing which lower its position from the epic. That's why it was considered lower than epic poetry. So tragedy is the highest level form of poetry according to Aristotle. The meter in tragedy allow more variety. Epic is a narrative form, tragedy is in dramatic form. Tragedy can give pleasure even from reading it, and it is not necessary that tragedy cannot be enjoyed. It is acted on stage. It gives us greater scope. Its reality can be felt when we see the acted form. While any tragedy, movies, or story, we can feel it, but the epic we cannot. That's why it is more superior according to tragedy, according to Aristotle. So tragedy needs greater concentration because it is less length, and at the end it achieved tragedy. Yeah, at the end it had to be achieved as tragedy. Then only it will be considered that tragedy stories or whatever. Concentration gives pleasure. That's why it would give pleasure. Although we cannot ignore, it also provide with the variety of interest, but that much concentration is not needed. It also have greater length, but concentration lacks in epic poetry. It's run through long time. That's why people lose its concentration, and it lacks its concentration in epic poetry. So epic poetry have censor subject matter and several tragedies, but plurality of action has no place in tragedy. There are greater unity in tragedy. Epic poetry, tragedy have different scales which constructed and form the meter. Yeah, both of the form have different meters, different length. Epic has many episodes. Essential unity is maintained, and many events in epic. Whatever, like example of epic is Iliad and Virgil, Aeneid. That are the example of epic form. So epic has many episodes. In that we can see too many episodes are heroic character, imaginative character is also there. But tragedy, we can relate that story with us. So main tragedy is written by Sophocles, Odysseus, Antigone. These are too much famous during his time, and he had Aristotle also included the examples in his book. Epic has been many episode. It is superior as its a poetic effect higher to form of art. In the tragedy, we can get too many varieties. So I'm ending this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.